Let me repeat once more that the Vedantic position is neither pessimism nor optimism. It does not say that this world is all evil or all good. It says that our evil is of no less value than our good, and our good of no more value than our evil. They are bound together. This is the world, and knowing this, you work with patience. What for? Why should we work? If this is the state of things, what shall we do? Why not become agnostics? The modern agnostics also know there is no solution of this problem, no getting out of this evil of Maya, as we say in our language. Therefore, they tell us to be satisfied and enjoy life. Here, again, is a mistake, a tremendous mistake, a most illogical mistake. And it is this. What do you mean by life? And it is this. What do you mean by life? Do you mean only the life of the senses? In this, every one of us differs only slightly from the brutes. I am sure that no one is present here whose life is only in the senses. Then this present life means something more than that. Our feelings, thoughts, aspirations are all part and parcel of our life, and is not the struggle towards the area, ideal, towards perfection, one of the most important components of what we call life? According to the agnostics, we must enjoy life as it is. But this life means, above all, the search after the ideal. The essence of life is going towards perfection. We must have that, and therefore, we cannot be agnostics or take the world as it appears. The agnostic position takes this life, minus the ideal component, to be all that exists. And this, the agnostic claims, cannot be reached. Therefore, he must give up the search. This is what is called Maya, this nature, this universe. All religions are more or less attempts to get beyond nature, the crudest or the most developed, expressed through mythology or symbology, stories of gods, angels, or demons, or through stories of saints or seers, great men or prophets, or through the abstractions of philosophy. All have that one object. All are trying to get beyond these limitations. In one word, they are all struggling towards freedom. Man feels, consciously or unconsciously, that he is bound. He is not what he wants to be. It was taught to him at the very moment he began to look around. That very instant he learned that he was bound. And he also found that there was something in him which wanted to fly beyond, where the body could not follow, but which was as yet chained down by this limitation, even in the lowest of religious ideas, were departed ancestors and other spirits, mostly violent and cruel, lurking about the houses of their friends, fond of bloodshed and strong drink, are worshipped. Even there we find that one common factor, that of freedom. The man who wants to worship the gods sees in them, above all things, greater freedom than in himself. If a door is closed, he thinks the gods can get through it, and that walls have no limitations for them. This idea of freedom increases until it becomes the ideal of a personal God, of which the central concept is that he is a being beyond the limitation of nature, of Maya. I see before me, as it were, that in some of those forest retreats this question is being discussed by those ancient sages of India. And in one of them, where even the oldest and the holiest failed to reach the solutions, a young man stands up in the midst of them and declares, "Here, ye children of immortality, here, ye who live in the highest places, I have found the way. By knowing him who is beyond darkness, we can go beyond death." This Maya is everywhere. It is terrible. Yet we have to work through it. The man who says that he will work when the world has become all good, and then he will enjoy bliss, is as likely to succeed as the man who sits beside the Ganga and says, "I will ford the river when all the water has run. I will ford the river when all the water has run into the ocean." The way is not with Maya, but against it. This is another fact to learn. We are not born as helpers of nature, but competitors with nature. We are its bond masters, but we bind ourselves down. Why is this house here? Nature did not build it. Nature says, go and live in the forest. Man says, I will build a house and fight with nature, and he does so. The whole history of humanity is a continuous fight against the so-called laws of nature. And man gains in the end. Coming to the internal world, there too the same fight is going on. Coming to the internal world, there too the same fight is going on. This fight between the animal man and the spiritual man, between light and darkness, and here too man becomes victorious. He, as it were, cuts his way out of nature to freedom. We see then that beyond this Maya, the Vedantic philosophers find something which is not bound by Maya, and if we can get there, we shall not be bound by Maya. This idea is, in some form or other, the common property of all religions. But with the Vedanta, it is only the beginning of religion and not the end. The idea of a personal God, the ruler and creator of this universe, as he has been styled, the ruler of Maya or nature, is not the end of these Vedantic ideas. It is only the beginning. The idea grows and grows until the Vedantist finds that he, who he thought was standing outside, is himself and is in reality, is he himself and is in reality within. He is the one who is free, but who, through limitation, thought he was bound.